baptism. There isn't going to be a baptism. You have condemned your child to hell for all eternity. Save us a seat when you get there.
Okay, that is enough.
Your mother's faith is what keeps this family whole. When I have failed, when I have faltered, she has held us together. You are both adults, but you are our children, always.
Your Honor, Season 2, Episode 5. Whoa! With all the naysayers that said they didn't like this season as good as the first one, where y'all at now? Because this was the best episode so far, I would say, of the entire series. Man, they have gone in on this. No way this can be the last season of this show. Hell, Showtime, you need some writers. Come holler at your boy. The dialogue and the one-on-one dialogue in this thing was so good. From Michael to Chocolate Chip Charlie, from Gina to Jimmy, to the great dialogue between Fia and Carlo, to the good dialogue between Roderick and Big Mo, to damn Michael and Nancy. I mean, this thing was chock full of good dialogue. We're going to break it down, explain everything, try to entertain you guys and see what's up. My name is Lamont Tyson. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on my notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. I'm doing a lot of shorts. There's an adjacent podcast that come with me. And I also have social media via Instagram, Twitter, and now the TikTok. Let's watch one more clip to get more essence of episode 5, and then we'll dive right on into it. And I'll do it via character breakdown.
Suggest that man be godfather of her child. That is a sacred position, and you are to treat it as such. Now eat your fucking cannoli.
So let's start with Jimmy, because Jimmy has been a damn good antagonist, ladies and gentlemen. But in the very beginning of this story, in episode 5, he was starting to seem a little emasculated. And in the very beginning, did you see how Gina turned into a damn Anita Baker? She was in there baking cannolis, ladies and gentlemen. She made a birthday cannoli. It was supposed to be a family tradition where all the boys from each generation eat one. But she specifically went in on Jimmy Baxter, completely emasculating his ass, completely beating him down, and basically went Ike Turner, Tina Turner, eat this damn cake anime. Only difference was, eat the fucking cannoli, Jimmy. And he turned that son of a bitch up and ate it as though I thought it was going to kill him. I can't lie, y'all. I thought she had slipped a Mickey in that cannoli and was going to kill him. But he survived. But he continued to get beat down by her daddy, Conti, who basically told him the only reason you succeeded in business was because of all the money I helped your ass get. And through the beginning of this episode, it really seemed like they was just taking Jimmy apart until we get to that damn dinner table scene. TV shows and dinner tables, ladies and gentlemen, you got to know it is going to be some heavy traumatic stuff at these dinner table scenes. And through the episode of everything that was going wrong with him, he was able to go and basically talk to Michael about you need to convince the mayor. He goes and talks to the mayor, and him and the mayor strike a deal, but the mayor makes sure that the city is going to be taken care of, the people are going to be taken care of, and we later learn why the mayor did the deal with him, and we'll get there in a minute. But by the end of this episode, and by the time they get to this dinner table, he is back to being the man. He tells Fia to shut the hell up, you baptizing the baby. He tells Carlos, stay your ass out of grown people business. He tells that daddy, look, this is my family and you ain't gonna keep talking to me any kind of way. And all that turned Gina Baxter ass on. Boy, her panty draws start soaking like a faucet, because by the very end, she was ready to give him the panty draws where she wasn't giving him no draws the first time. So everything they done to emasculate Jimmy, he got back. Now let's get on Fia and Carlo. So we see them early on basically talking about how they want to kill the parents. And how Carlo basically had been planned on, he had him a plan on how he would kill the parents. And basically Fia is just feeling that, you know, her parents are grimy, they're dirty. She doesn't want her son to be like that. And basically Carlo was this was one of the first times you kind of felt empathetic toward Carlo because he was being a good big brother to his sister Fia and basically saying that the son can't be like that because he's the one that got that gene from the family. And then we get on to her at the baptism table, and she is going to baptize the baby, but the condition was that Carlo gets to be the godfather and that she would go through with this baptism. And then she's a little hurt because Michael Desiani has decided he's not going to have anything to do with this family. But we know that that's not the truth. We know that that's not going to end there. It's going to have to happen sooner or later with him coming back to be a granddaddy to the baby coming. And while we're speaking of Michael, let's talk about him. We find him early on trying to distance himself from Olivia. And Olivia's like, nah, bruh, I got you by the balls the way they got that bull from episode 1 by the balls, picking whoever he's going to attack at the poker table. And he basically threw away all her devices. She was hot. He said, I'm done with you. She said, you still got to protect your mayor. And he's like, nah, F that. I'm not dealing with you. And we saw what happened with the mayor. But the most intense thing that happened with Michael was what we are going to see at the end of this story, in which there is still some issues with Michael and his wife. And I'll talk about that at the end because I want to talk about Nancy and how she's going to be rekindled in this story. So I'm not going to go that far. But we see Michael, he caused a lot of disappointment to several people. He disappointed his best friend, Charlie, disappointed Fia, and he attempted to disappoint Olivia. But Olivia had the virtual trump card and Michael's ass is not done being used. Then we get on to his mayor, the chocolate chip Charlie. He learns from Michael that he's working with the feds, and Michael hits him with the line, everything I've done has been for you. It's all been for you. And the mayor's like, get the fuck out of my office.
You asked me to disappear a car. I'm covering up a killing. You invite me to a party. I'm mixed up with mobsters who could murder me. My greatest liability in life is you.
I'm trying to help.
You're the last person whose help I'd ever want. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of my office, man. You ain't trying to help me. And we learned that the mayor is caught in a precarious situation. He wants minorities to get some control of this land. And the minorities is looking at him like, bro, you up here taking pictures with the sheeps in wolf clothing. I mean, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Jimmy Baxter and the crew. But he winds up having to strike a deal with Olivia, basically probably to keep himself from getting in trouble, because she wants him to get this land deal with the Baxters. And not only does he get the land deal, but he gets a land deal that is very favorable for the city. They're going to have to build, some low-income housing, some retirement places for old folks, schools. He got Jimmy by the balls, and the deal is made. But now he is working with Olivia. And who the hell knows how deep this job is with Olivia? The mayor didn't have a choice. He was squeezed between going to jail or dying from Jimmy Baxter because they was basically talking about killing him. But the story just gets more and more interesting, and there's no way that they could end this story this season. Then to someone who could have a spinoff, Big Mo. Very, very complicated person. Big Mo is that bitch. She let y'all know she ain't playing. And she's basically an antagonist, a protagonist. She's all tagonist. And in this episode, we see her riding with Eugene, upset that little Mo saved him, but she sees that he's got a lot of heart in attempting to save little Mo. And so in essence, she basically lets him go. She's going to let him go back to the sister because we learned that the sister basically raised her too. But along the way, she's got to take care of an international drug problem. And that's when we see Roderick pop up. She hops in the car, makes a deal with Roderick. At first, he wasn't trying to hear it, but Big Mo is very persuasive and basically tells him, you can go back to your international dealers with all they coke empty-handed, or you can front me a key, let me sell it, get the cash flowing, let me make payment installments, and you can tax me 15%. And so they strike a deal.
You can front me a key. Let me get that cash flowing again, and we can make payment arrangements to get you what you want.
So you want an advance and installments? Child, the balls on you.
Yeah, they're bigger than you know. Promise you that.
Okay. I'm paid in full plus 25% vig.
But we know getting damn well that that ain't going to go the way it looks, and that the international folks is probably going to be on Big Mo ass sooner or later. And then we get to Mo and Little Mo. And if it wasn't for Big Mo's girlfriend who said, that's your nephew, he's family, I'm not going to give you these good tasty panty draws no more if you kill him, I think she would have went on ahead and killed him, because she's looking at Little Mo like, you disobeyed orders, you didn't get rid of a body the real way, and now how can I trust you? So instead of killing Little Mo, she said, I'm going to need to get some of that blood. We're going to go blood for blood. She beats the hell out of him, stands there and looks very, very sad, because this is a family member. You know, she was touched by it. But then goes and dumps his broken down body probably into a rival gang's district where who the hell knows what they're going to do to him. So now the questions are this, and I want you guys to post your comment. What is Little Mo going to do now? Is he going to go running back to Big Mo's sister for help? Is he going to try to get back into the good graces of Big Mo? Is he going to try to go run into Roderick? What is going to be the next steps for Little Mo? Post your comments, man. This story with Big Mo and Little Mo and all that could be its own spinoff, and I would love to see someone get to work on that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, that Rocket Raccoon looking Nancy with the dark eyes and stuff. They really got her dressed to look the way they want her to play this role. And we knew she had a big heart on for Michael, and that she was going to try to get some get back on Michael Desiati. And ladies and gentlemen, in conjunction with Olivia, trying to get what she wants, she has got the opportunity to get that get back on Michael. It turns out, in the death of Michael's wife, which I'm still contending Michael's wife started cheating on him with one of the homeboys in that district she was taking pictures and stuff with, and Michael found out about it. It looks as though Michael lied to the officer about his whereabouts when they started investigating how the wife died. Now,
It's all yours.
New evidence has come to light that you lied to police on your statement. Where were you on the night of your wife's murder?
now they didn't come, that's not coming outright saying that Michael did it. And I would love to think that he didn't do it, but I am perplexed and puzzled by this. And what do you guys think Michael did? Do you think he had something to do with the death? Do you think that he potentially hired someone to do this? And what's going to happen when the mother-in-law finds out? Damn, Poe Django is staying with the mother-in-law, and if she finds out that Michael and Django and everybody in that house had something to do with her daughter dying, man, Django probably going to be in the pound. Poe Django ain't got nothing to do with what's going on, and Michael is just up here just getting used by everybody. And I wonder, how will Nancy use him? How will Olivia use him? Because he's not going to want to go back to jail at this point. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching this show, you're missing out on some of the best TV going on right now. Please post me all your comments on what you think is going to happen in episode 6. What do you think Michael had to do with his wife's death? How is this relationship between the mayor and Jimmy going to work out? The mayor and Olivia is going to work out? And what plans, if any, does Nancy have for Michael? Please be sure to subscribe, download the podcast. It'll be up shortly. Also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. And until that next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.